Travelling to away games has never been easier, especially with Rocket Mobile.
Unlimited data, unlimited everything in the UK. When you leave the UK, it's 20 gig of roaming data. Life is very easy.
£16 a month, no hassle.
How you doing,
You're doing all right? And this is what you get in Europe.
Hello. Tony Ellis!
Oh, no.
Thank you so much. Lead you the run.
Hi and welcome back to AFTV. I'm here with Ella. Arsenal have just won 3-1 away against Inter Milan at the San Siro. Initial thoughts?
Yeah, really good performance. Obviously, completing the Champions League group stages. Hopefully, what would it be 8 for 8 would be.
If we beat Cairo.
If we beat Cairo, it would be pretty good. 100% record so far. And you think of some of the teams that we've played against so far: Bayern, Atletico, and obviously Inter today. And this is a really difficult fixture. And a fixture we failed to capitalise on last season. So it shows progress. It shows definitely progression in terms of the squad, which ultimately is probably part of the reason why we were able to get the win today, because despite the rotation, you see the quality coming through. And I think that was a massive part of it. And then obviously, also having those quality options off the bench. Yeah, really happy, really happy.
100%. Look, Inter are a team that are top of the Italian league, got to the final of the Champions League obviously last year. They've got quality players, but the fact that we can rest Declan Rice, rest Gabriel, bring in Miles Lewis-Skelly, Marino, these kind of guys. Obviously, a lot of the talk this season has been about our squad, but I think tonight it showed that.
Yeah, you have to be able to show it. There's been a lot of talk, and sometimes we've rotated and we've struggled. We spoke on the stream about Brighton. That was a game where we rotated a lot, and the rotation kind of showed. But we managed to see players come on and take the moment. Mosquera coming back from injury, he looked quality. He's looked quality basically every time he's played so far this season. Jesus has only recently come back from injury, and he's really getting back into the rhythm of things. Miles Lewis-Skelly, I think it was a respectable game for him today, and he's looked a bit shaky at times recently. So I think a lot of players showed up today, and we'll speak, I'm sure, on the striker situation.
Yeah, well, let's talk about it. Gabriel Jesus given a chance to.
You.
Yeah, you did. Given a chance to start. And, the 2 goals, right place at the right time. Obviously, first goal, scuff shot from Timber, but good finish. And second one from the corner, and he's in the right place at the right time.
And that's exactly what you want from a striker. You just want someone to be in the right place at the right time. I wish sometimes Gyökeres would do that maybe a little bit more. But yeah, two good goals from Jesus. And he's, like I said, he's come back from injury and he's looked really strong. And I kind of said towards the end of the panel, after Gyökeres had also made an impact as well, scoring off the bench, that this is the situation you want. You want Arteta to have a difficult decision. You want multiple players in the same position to be firing. We've seen slightly earlier on in the season when Trossard and Martinelli were both firing at the same time and making it difficult for him to pick who's going to start. That's exactly what you want. And I think having a really good squad and having multiple players in the same position firing obviously gives him more options. It means that we have quality players to come off the bench, and it's really important coming into the second half of the season that we have a really good squad and that we're going to have to use it. There's a lot of games. Definitely.
So then, Gyökeres comes off the bench in the second half. And by the way, that second half performance was brilliant. It limited Inter to nothing. Yeah. And then scores a great goal. We want to see Gyökeres score goals like that.
We've been wanting that goal for time. Absolutely ages. I know he got one recently, but we haven't really seen a goal like that. Yeah. Like I said, that's what we've been waiting for. And I'm sure he has more of that in his locker. We just haven't seen it. And there was a lot of conversation as to why, potentially the way that Arsenal played doesn't suit him, service, but, maybe him not doing as well as he should be. A combination, but really, really happy to see him come off. And I actually think that Jesus performing really well probably actually played in his favour because it puts pressure on him, but good pressure. Yeah. That's the type of pressure that you want. You have someone else step into your position. You've got to step it up again, and Definitely. He obviously did.
So we've got United on Sunday now. Who starts up front for you?
Oh, that's the question, isn't it? On stream, I said Jesus, and I think Gyökeres scoring makes that decision a lot more difficult. I think obviously it's a bit dependent on the way that United set up, because I think the United game will look very different to that, and I think the setup will maybe be slightly more defensively minded, because I think United would like to get any kind of result at the Emirates. So, maybe Gyökeres is more suited for those physical battles, but Jesus has looked quality. I personally think Arteta starts Gyökeres. I think even if Gyökeres doesn't score today, I think he probably starts Gyökeres. But like I said, having the luxury of Jesus, who can come off the bench and make an impact, you were even saying he might start both of them. We don't know. But yeah.
There could be an argument, you start Jesus on the left,
100%.
potentially, and Gyökeres up front.
And we know he can play there. I think Jesus could probably play anywhere across the front three. But yeah, I said Jesus before Gyökeres scored, and now my head's a little bit frazzled, because Gyökeres has actually played really well for 20 minutes, and I'm a bit torn. I'm a little bit torn.
Yeah, the good headaches for Arteta to have. In terms of United, obviously just battered City. I know it was only 2-0, but should have been more. Confident we can get all 3 points on Sunday?
I think so. I think obviously the fact that it's at home is massive. Our record at the Emirates has been pretty outstanding this season, and that makes me feel confident. Despite the fact that our last game was against Liverpool and it was not a great game, let's be honest. Performance-wise, it was not good.
2 0-0s in a row, Nottingham Forest as well.
Yeah, I hope that it's going to be better. I think this result, momentum is important, and like I said, I think United look better and they look more organised, and I think Carrick's got a lot of things right that I think Amorim got wrong for some reason in a very short space of time. But, like I said, that was a derby game. United were we were always going to be up for that sort of game, and it was at Old Trafford. But, let's see if they can do it at the Emirates. I think that's a bit of a different ask, and I'm pretty confident that Arsenal will get it done.